I start with opening up the energy field. And bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. In the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. And just know where your awareness goes. This is basically the theme you're exploring at the moment. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. There's a lot of light coming in. Beautiful, filling up the expanded space. So the energy fills up the body, energy body, and the area around us, and mostly moves through the crown chakra and third eye chakra. And it's also working on the third eye chakra. So it's clearing and expanding the third eye chakra. Then I clear surface energies. So surface energies are all those energies that create movement in the system. And this is where the attention usually goes. But the more open and expanded the system is, and the more, let's say, of the true nature shines forward, so the more you are this space of silence, clarity, and stillness, the less they're, of course, interfering. But up until then, I know they are interfering. So this is why we clear them. More light is entering. The system is more expanding through clearing those surface energies. And also the body is relaxing more because it really enjoys when there is less going on. Like the body really enjoys relaxation. And then I clear energies out of the mind, so that also more light can enter the mind level. And then there are just less thoughts or no thoughts. And for this meditation, but also the more often you connect to a meditation like this one, it's always like it stays more. So having less thoughts. So every time this clearing basically, so everything we do, a little bit more stays, a little bit more stays, or a little bit more goes, a little bit more goes, until it eventually fully dissolves. Yeah, the system is beautifully opening, and I assist it even more by opening the chakras. So everybody is in their beautiful cocoon of light, and within that I open the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. Maybe you can feel the difference. There's even more expansion, more light is coming in. The system is open like a flower. Beautiful. You know, when a flower is open, the leaves can receive more sunlight, for example. Similar here, as I see it in the system. So very beautiful. And there is a very calming light present right now. So it's very calming. It helps to calm down the system more. And it creates this beautiful feeling of well-being in the body. Such a beautiful feeling. So just relax into it. And the more you relax into this space of well-being into the body and allowing these energies to flow, there is within, so from your system, I can see it from the heart chakra coming out, is like this immense trust in life. Trust on the core level of who, trust in yourself basically, but we have different levels here, different layers. So trusting in life. So there is this knowing, it's in the heart chakra. I see it so beautifully that everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. Everything is unfolding exactly how it's supposed to be. So there is this knowing and this trust in the heart chakra. And it's coming forward more into experience. And even though you go through a hard time right now, maybe you don't, but if you do, like with this wisdom coming out of your own system, you know you go through this for a reason. And it will be all, like everything will work out in that kind of way. It will work out in your favor. Maybe not so much from the level for the ego. You know, the ego has certain ideas how it wants certain things to unfold. Maybe it doesn't work out how the ego wants it. But for the best possible outcome for this life experience, for your growth, this is what I mean. Yeah, and there's just a lot of trust for this coming in and a lot of understanding. So the system understands that, like it fundamentally understands that, okay, this is just how it is. Yeah, okay, I'm open for that possibility. And then looking into life from this perspective, let's say, even though if there are obstacles or issues, it's just a whole different perspective. And it makes dealing with this a lot easier. A lot easier. And there's also the energy of trust coming in to assist. So the energy comes in and the information goes into every cell of the body. So trust into the process of life, of your spiritual awakening, of the transformation. And just feel into your system when the trust is present, how you feel. Like, what is it doing? It's opening up more, it's expanding more. The system, the body is relaxing more. So this is the positive feedback. So when, for example, this energy of trust is present, then this is the feedback of the system. Let's say if there would be fear present, the system would be contracted, closed down. So it's just a difference. So let's sit with this energy of trust for a minute in silence so that you can feel into it and explore it. And at the same time, there are a lot of energies being cleared in the background. So energies that are resisting, for example, the trust, and that just have the opposite information, basically, that don't emphasize the trust, distrust, other energies. So they're being cleared in the background. And now, since the trust is present, the next energy that comes in is the knowing. So first we need to trust until we know. And when we know, we basically don't need to trust anymore. So we need to trust until we know. That's very important. So trust only needs to be there for so long. So the energy of knowing is coming in. And it helps to first trust your own truth and then know your own truth. So first you need to trust it because maybe the full trust is not there yet. So it helps to trust. And then, okay, when you trust it enough, I know it's my truth. This is my truth. Knowing your truth. And this is so powerful. Because when you know your truth, nothing can take you away from it anymore. Doesn't work. So, for example, there could be people telling you otherwise, people in authority, friends, family, whoever. Then you see, okay, they have an opinion, they have a different one maybe than I have, but I know my truth. So I put this energy into the heart chakra. Your whole system is filled up or is getting filled up. At the same time, energies are being cleared. For example, energies of insecurity, energies that are unsure, that don't trust, and so forth. So they're just in the background. These energies are being cleared. While this energy of knowing your truth is expanding, filling up the heart chakra and also the whole system through the heart chakra. And maybe you can feel how I just used the word inner strength, like how this inner strength comes forward through that. So if you know your truth, and it must come through experience. So it's an experience. It's not something on the level of the mind. It's an experience. So you experience it in the system. I guess we can use different words from intuition in the heart, but it's like a knowing. You know what I'm talking about. Again, every system is here a little bit different as well. It feels really good, doesn't it? And this truth goes beyond this human life and the human form. So the truth is now expanding in different levels. So I see it in other layers of your being. So it expands into the light aspect. So that the part of you that's in this, let's say, the spiritual realm in creation, Maybe you can feel it's so powerful when this comes in. But we just expand into that layer of what you are. So what you are as well beside the human. Yeah, it's fascinating. So knowing your truth, it just expands. So I just use the word everywhere into the universe, into the space in creation. It just expands everywhere. And looking from that level, there is not even a possibility that anything could interfere with your truth in the human. When you look from that level into your human experience, for example, or when you bring this into your human experience, like it would be nonsense even, so that's very cool. Just gives a whole different perspective. And if you, for example, don't experience that right now, it's really about the information. That's what the system is picking up the information. This is what this is about. It's not really about traveling there with consciousness or having a full experience. What I'm talking about, maybe you do, that's amazing. If you don't worry. It's really about the information um, that we basically tap into through that. So, and in our experience, there's a massive expansion happening, so of the system because of that. So, because we expand into this layer of our being, or this aspect, so the light aspect, the aspect in creation, we expand into this. So it's a massive expansion in our experience. And again, with that, there's just so much information coming into the system, and the system picks up the information that it needs, because there is so much information and we have a very small system, and it picks up the information what it needs right now. Yeah, and let's sit with that, because there's just a lot going on. There's a lot happening. enjoy it. It feels very amazing, so expanded. There's so much light present. So let's sit with this for the next 25 minutes in silence. Enjoy. Okay.